Biohazard warning. Entering contaminated zone. Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
What's going on, guys? Your boy Sly here, and we have an early state of the game this week. Apparently there was some kind of European holiday going on this Thursday, and everyone is going to be out of the office. So for this week only, server maintenance and the weekly update is held today, which is Wednesday. So expect the normal routine to be back at it again next week. But they did have a pretty exciting show for however short it was. Now, to get to the elephant in the room, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Still no concrete date on 1.2. It is still being combed through in the final testing phase, and if you have been an agent from the beginning, you can no doubt understand and see why they are being so cautious this time around. But let's go ahead and get to what they did say, and they said that this time around their focus is solely on generosity. Now, if you ask me, the flood of high ends was pretty awesome, although sneaking in low end, like 162 items, it was kind of unexpected, and I still really don't understand where that came from. Like, every high end that dropped or was crafted pre-Incursion rolled over to 183. So why the 162s all of a sudden? I have no idea, but you probably have an extraction chest full of these useless high ends. So, with the 1.2 conflict update, they are adding more high-end weapons, armor, and gear sets at 182, 191, and at 204. They are also getting rid of the high count of mods that drop and are focusing more on weapons. Now, we all know why, and I'm glad that they see that. Getting a weapon drop that you want to use is rare. One that you want to use and that has good talents, well, that's even more rare. It takes a lot of drops to actually get what you want, and to compensate for that, they're trying to help us out by dropping more of the stuff we need and at the correct levels. These drops will not only be in the Dark Zone, but in the Incursion as well as the story missions. So, let's get to the big news of the day, and that is an addition of another Dark Zone bracket. Now, right now, upper 100s and the low to mid 200s are all clashing together, creating very little competition. So what they're doing is they're going to add an additional bracket of 200 plus gear score. This bracket will be a little different though. No longer will it be a stroll in the park. Enemies are going to start at level 32 and DZ6 will house level 34 elites. However, with higher risks come greater rewards and higher scored items. And this new bracket will be home to some of the best stuff in the game, and going with their theme of generosity, expect to see gear sets dropped at 240 and armor, along with a constant stream of weapons dropped at 204. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Now, they also didn't go into details if there are going to be any weapons above 204, but judging by the reveal of a new DZ bracket and specifically saying 240 gear sets and items and 204 weapons, I will take that as a not right now. Supply drops are also getting a slight change, but they didn't go into very many specifics, but one host mumbled off camera, prepare to fight a lot harder for them. All DZs will see an increase of better drops and higher scored items. Now the goal here is to get everybody into the 200 plus bracket with the better rewards. So, how do you get that? Well, get lower brackets, better rewards. That will get everybody up there, so that's exactly what they did. Now, they hinted at a lot more stuff in the coming weeks with some massive plans for PvE invigoration. They said it will be in the weeks to come, but expect new activities and a lot more stuff to do in 1.2. Now, one thing I'm excited about is that they said besides a few tweaks to talents, everything in the 1.2 update is on the buffing side of things. There are pretty much no nerfs. Some get moderate buffs, but they said most will see a drastic change and major buffs, and I cannot wait to find out what that's all about. Now, before I bounce out, they did talk about some fixes, but if you watched my State of the Game update last week, I talked about those already, so I'm not going to repeat the past. But it deals with the dailies and challenges. One is none, balanced, and reckless. They have permanent fixes ready for all of them, and they will be addressed and updated in 1.2. So as soon as it gets downloaded, prepare for those to be changed. Now, for this recent server maintenance, they addressed the chat spam on the PC and a temporary fix for the rotation of the dailies until a permanent program can be implemented with the client update of 1.2. But that's all she wrote, agents. Good things are on the way, and when you log into the division and select your character, you can look to the left-hand side and see that they even hint at more story missions and story progression is about to be on the way, and that's the reveal I think we're going to have next week, as well as some more concrete date and times of when we can dig into all this stuff. Now, like I said before, the game is young, it's had its major mistakes, but it's time to move on and look towards the future. The steady stream of new content is always welcome, and I can't wait to see how it will play out throughout the summer. But I'm out, ladies and gents. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date on everything Destiny, The Division, and new uploads from Sly Nation, follow me on Twitter at Sly Nation and be first to know about recent uploads and fresh news about our favorite games. Well, agents, I am outie. Until next time, this is your boy Sly. Done, gone, out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.